Hello and welcome to Connect Cards. Thank you so much for taking the time to learn more about this project and to learn more about how to play the game and how to set it up. If you haven't done so already, please refer to the Connect Cards website, as you can see here, and please navigate through the various pages to learn more about the project itself and the rationale and the needs behind why the game was created. By doing so, players get a better understanding of what kind of content, themes, and topics and skills are addressed within the cards in the card deck and the game. Additionally, it helps players to know what to expect out of the game. So if you haven't done so, please refer through these various pages to get this information before playing. And of course, make sure you've read through the how to play instructions. We have a quick start guide for the basic game rules and basic game flow for anyone to get started playing. However, if you need some more explanations or more details, you can also refer to the full instruction sheet, which is a downloadable PDF. Without further ado, let's get started on setting up the game online. So as you all know, Connect Cards is an online game. While it is an online game, players can still play in person or virtually, whether it be through platforms like Zoom. So the game itself can only host up to 2 to 4 players. Knowing this, if you have more than 4 players, you can have multiple groups playing multiple games at once instead. Now, out of your players, you need to designate one player to serve as a host per game. So when you're ready and you have your host and you know all the responsibilities that come with being a host that you can read through the instructions, you're going to want to create a room. For teaching purposes, I'm going to label my name as host player 1. Once you have your name, please click the Create the Room button and it will send you to a new page. This page shows you the waiting room for your online game. Right now, you can see that you are the only person or the host is the only person in the game, and you will see a link that's been generated above. Copy this link and send it to your other players who are playing the game with you. When they copy the link and put it into their own web browser, they will see this. They will see a page that says join this room. And then your players can then insert their own names. So in this case, I'm going to put player 2 and they can join the room. When they join the room, they can see who are the other players that are currently in the waiting room. Right now, they can see that the host is in the waiting room alongside them. Now, as the host, you can see the same information. You can see that player 2 has joined your room, and you also see more buttons and pictures here. This picture tells you a timetable of how the average lengths of games may, how long they may be based on how many players you have or how many rounds you plan to play. Additionally, you can decide within a group how many rounds you like to play, and the host will click the button that corresponds to how long of a game you like to play, and then click the Start Game button. Only the host has access to these buttons and to this image. Other players do not. When you're ready to start the game, click Start Game. Then you will enter the game. This is the game room. The game room can be played in either light mode or dark mode, similarly to the Connect Cards website. Things to note for the game room are certain game features. First thing is, on the top left corner, you will see what round you are currently playing and how many rounds your game has in total. Then below, you will see the Connect card that is auto-generated for you. Every time you play through the game, when it's your turn to pick a card, cards are randomly generated for you already. If you click the card, you can see the front and the back. Above the card is a descriptor of how many point values is associated with the card that was pulled. So this card tells you that there is 1, 2, 2 point values. That means there are 3 different prompts, and each prompt has either a 1 or 2 point value. As you can see, this aligns with the card that was pulled. The first prompt that is answered has a 1 point value if it is answered. The second prompt has a 2 point value if it is answered, and so does the third one. So in total, if someone were to pull this card and to read through it all and to answer all the prompts, they have the option or they have the opportunity to gain up to 5 points. Underneath every card is a reminder that the game must be played verbally out loud because it is a conversation card game. When it is your turn, you would read through the full card, answer all the prompts that you would like to answer to gain as many points as you would like. When you are done reading through your card and answering, you would tell the host that you are ready for scoring. On the right side of the page of the game, you can see who is currently playing in your game. You see the names of the players, how many points they have accrued so far in the round, and also you can tell whose turn it is based on which box is highlighted and which box has a descriptor of whether it is your turn or their turn. So right now we can see that it is currently player 2's turn. Additionally, when you play the game, when it is your turn, so for example, player 2, it is currently your turn. As the player whose turn it is, you have the option to skip cards. Skip a card if you are uncomfortable answering a prompt. Otherwise, please do not skip a card. When you are done answering a card, so for example, let's say this player 2 answers this card out loud and they finish the prompt. They would then tell the host, hey, I'm ready for scoring. The host then, who has the same card, again, anytime cards are being flipped through or used or it's someone's turn, everyone else can see what card is being displayed. The host would then go to ready for scoring when the card has been read through and answered. And then the host then has buttons that they can click on to award points to the designated player. So in this case, because it's player 2's turn and they answer the prompt, you can give 4 points to the player. If you ever make a mistake, you can always click the undo last award button. If by chance someone decides to not answer a card and does not want to receive points for that turn, you can just click next round. Additionally, you can click next round whenever the turn is over. So continuing on, you can continue to play the game knowing these buttons and these features. Some prompts may have prompts that require the group to vote for the best answer. In this case, that is when the host everyone would say their answer out loud and then collectively vote for the best group answer. And then when everyone is ready for scoring and has decided for the best answer, the host would start to score. If by chance there is a tiebreaker or a disagreement on who has the best group answer, it is up to the host to decide and have the final decision. As you continue playing the game, you'll go through various questions and cards, and you will play out loud, and the host will continue to award points as needed and based on the card prompts. When you're nearing the end of your game, what will end up happening is you will see the option to see the button that says end game. You know your game's over too once it tells you that you're at your last round. So let's say that you finished a game and you like to end. When you finish the game, you will come to the game over page and it'll tell you who the winner of the game was. Additionally, you'll see the scoreboard and the leaderboard. If you enjoyed the game and you like to play a game again with the same people, you can click play again, same room. If you are done playing the game and would like to go back to the homepage, you will be directed back to the Connect Cards website. I hope this video was helpful in learning how to set up the game for online play and also understanding the various different game features during the game itself. While this wasn't a full mock playthrough of a game, I hope that it was enough for you to understand how to navigate the game for your own play with your own groups. Again, if there are any questions, please refer back to the Connect Cards website for more information. And if there's any specific questions about playing the game, please review the full instruction sheet. Thank you.